What is up, everybody? My name is Joseph Rosenberger. Here is how I did over 30 days of consistent YouTube short posting on a faceless channel. Now, just so you know, I was a complete beginner to posting these YouTube shorts. So, if I was able to do this, then you are too. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to be going over is the total number of videos that I have on this channel. So just so you know, I post it around once every day except for Sundays because that's the day I like to take a little break. So let's just go to content, and as you can see here, here are all the shorts that I have posted. Now, I'm going to be very transparent with this. This was, of course, the first YouTube channel that I had tried to try with shorts. So this is the channel. The channel is called Key Clips. If you want to check it out, you can go right ahead. But anyways, I posted 29 videos in total. So let's just go here, rows per page. If I wanted to select all of them, it'd say 29 selected. So I have 29 posted in total. So those are the number of videos that I have. Throughout these past 29 days of posting consistently, I have obtained 1,785 subscribers, which is very good. I mean, very good. I mean, this is the first time I've ever tried doing this sort of stuff. And I'd say that's pretty good. And then, well, of course, you see the video here, he lost his head. That was just one of the videos that I had posted. Now, if we go to analytics, this is where I show you all the basic info about it. We got 2.3 million subscribers in the last 28 days. We have around 17,000 watch hours, pretty good. And here we have again 1,700 subscribers. And here you can see the view count and just make sure, is what I'm saying valid. So, this was the top performing video, Magician Pranks the Judge. So, most of my content is based off Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent. Because after I realized what niche I was trying to produce videos in, I realized that people were going viral on most of these acts and magic acts from Britain's Got Talent and mostly acts as a whole. So I decided, why not? Let's post some videos about that. So that's what I did. However, a mistake that I made very early into getting this YouTube channel up and running, is that I didn't get specific enough. So if we go to shorts and I go all the way to the beginning, you could see that my first short, it didn't perform well, of course. And I was still trying to figure out a niche. So this was about other chefs versus this guy. It's that trend that you see on, it may be on TikTok, but it's mainly on YouTube, right? And you see I don't know, the guy recording the video pretty much compares these other chefs versus this one guy who's really good at what he does. For example, like, let's say Gordon Ramsay, right? Let's say he's the top chef. And then at the end there's a skull emoji. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I can show you. But in the beginning, I didn't choose a niche. I was thinking, okay, let's go with professions. And then I realized that maybe I wasn't producing the content correctly. So then I had to get a little bit more specific. So this was the first video that I started to use borders around the video because I realized this is much more appealing. So that's what I tried doing. Of course, if you posted full length YouTube shorts, just straight up all the way vertically, I'm sure that's completely okay too. So, but then again, the first lesson that I learned from this entire experience was to pick a niche. Just pick it and just roll with it. Be consistent. And you don't have to post every day. There might be some people that you hear online saying you have to post every single day. That's just not true. Choose a time frame that works for you. I thought I had to post every day until I realized I didn't. That's just not how you have to go about this. So that was the content. And then I already showed you the analytics and basically the 30 days of posting. So I told you some of the mistakes, and let me show you one of the winners. So one of the winners was my highest viewed short, and it's actually still rolling in views, and it's very impressive. Well, for my little to no background in YouTube Shorts, and this just shows how you can do it as well. So I go to analytics, and this, of course, was the highest viewed video that I've ever had. Of course, it's my first time doing this. So approximately 2 million views. At one point, it's going to reach 2 million because it rounds up. But this was the highest viewed video. And I'd say maybe it's because of the hook or because of how funny it is, how there's some sort of controversy in there. People started commenting, there's no way this is real. And I'm not sure why, but yeah, this was my first million view video. So let me just show you some of the statistics. So it has 1.1 million engaged views, which is pretty good. And it has 1 million unique viewers, 14.5 thousand watch time, and an average view duration of 44 seconds. And that statistic, I learned, matters a lot in publishing YouTube Shorts. If people don't watch a video, YouTube will not push that content out to new people. The very first group of people that YouTube pushes your video out to single-handedly is the most important group of people that your video will reach, because it will determine the trajectory of the video. So we're here in reach. Of course, as you can see, those are just the views. So yeah, that short went really well because it was funny. It was a shocking moment. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let you view it on YouTube. And yeah, this is the video. Right, so it starts off with this really silly figure, Mr. Blobby. If you don't know him, it was a major British cartoon persona back in the day. Maybe he still is famous. I'm not sure what goes on with British television, but that's what's going on here. And I used a very trending song, Paso Bam Solto. It's a funk song. And yeah. So we're here as we continue through the video. You see Simon. And then throughout here, I said he shocked everybody. That's just something you do. You add a little bit more transformation to the video. Right, disappearing box, of course, to lead up the climax. First try, second try, it didn't work. And then finally, you see Simon get absolutely slimed. Now, this was a pretty entertaining video. There were many things I could have done correctly, but the fact that I got it out there is much more important. Quality definitely does matter, but your video will not be perfect. This video was far from perfect, and it performed as well as it did. So you just have to get yourself out there and start posting some content, whether or not you think is good. Like this video right here, I really don't think it's going to be like a great piece of content. But as long as someone out there learns from one of my mistakes that I made, I'm happy about that. So yeah. So we're here. Of course, that's the home. We don't need to look at my homepage. Now let's look at monetization, right? That's what everyone on YouTube is worried about when they're creating content. Right now, I have 1.1 million valid public shorts views. Now, I hope that within the next month, we will hit that goal. And I think that's entirely realistic. Again, as long as you post content consistently, within a time frame that works for you, things will work. Sometimes they don't. And at one point, the moment you recognize that it doesn't work, and you're just getting views like that are very, very low, and you know that you have good quality content, then you need to look at whether or not you're shadow banned. Now, of course, I don't know the specifics of how people get shadow banned on YouTube, but that's definitely something to look into if your views are very, very low and underperforming. So I'm right here. Of course, the goal is to get 10 million one day. That'd be very cool. And basically, that's it. I'm going to keep posting content. But if there's one thing that I'm going to do differently in the future from this channel, it's to make sure that I have the niche established. Have your font established, have your logo established. Maybe start incorporating the logo throughout the video so you build that brand. That's something that a lot of YouTubers will talk about. Branding, it's very important. This is a long-term thing. It's not just about money, it's about building an audience. And that's what I'm going to try doing with this channel right here. So hopefully with this channel, I'll be able to create some long form videos and maybe you guys will want to check it out. That'd be pretty cool. But then again, I want to be transparent about this stuff because yeah, this will be a video for me to look back on. This will be a video where as you're scrolling through my feed where I have maybe hundreds of videos, you'll see this one. We will definitely see what happens with this channel. Of course, I'm going to keep growing. You're going to keep growing, and we can grow together. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And like always, stay blessed.